What's up, everybody? It is 1:01 p.m., 1:02 p.m., October 29th, 2023. I left the gym a little bit ago, went for a walk. Went to the store, got me some cigarettes. Now I'm just sitting here. I want to let y'all know what's going on, the full story. I had left Tennessee, I think, 4 months ago, somewhere in that area. I have to look at the dates and times. What's up? And I was working at McDonald's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And while I was working there, I had already known, but I found out more that my dad had sex with his blood niece, Kristen Harvey Sills. And that was the reason why I decided to leave the job, pack my stuff up, get on my bicycle, and head back to Alabama. And I was headed to Enterprise. On my way there, and I was walking now, I stopped in Huntsville when I got into Alabama, and I stayed there for a few months because this is a long journey on foot, so I wasn't going to rush back, but I was trying to get back to get close to my kids. Stayed in Huntsville, started getting harassed and followed around by certain people. I didn't know who they were. It wasn't everybody, but there was some weird stuff going on around me. And it's like it's always been. People like, it's all in his head, blah, 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 whatever. I knew it was happening. Miss Lynn knew it was happening. We couldn't prove and figure out what it was. Not to the full extent. I then leave Huntsville on foot and start walking the highway. I get somewhere in between, I want to say Coleman, Alabama, and a town up above it. And this truck pulls up, and this guy pulls over. He pulls up in his truck, pulls over. I get out. He didn't get out. He pulls over on the side. I walk up. He said, "Hey man, you need a ride?" I open the door, and he's got a gun in his hand, a needle on the seat, and dope on the seat. He says, "Get in the car." I look down. He says, "I ain't asking you to get in the car." So I'm a little shook up by now, but I see the dope. I get in the car. He puts the gun on the side. He's driving. He's like, "You get high, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm trying to stop. He said, "You want to get high, don't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I need it." He said, we're going to get high." I already feel threatened and scared by now because he had that gun. And he gives me some dope. He says, "Now you need to do it." So I did it. Automatically, I go into a tailspin on the stuff, sitting in the car. He's driving around laughing, da-da-da. He says, "Oh, we're going to a town next door." We ended up going all the way back to Tennessee. I figured this out later. I didn't know right away. He took me back into Tennessee to this house like abandoned. We go in there, and it's got power on and a TV. So it looked like they paid for this abandoned house with power on and a TV in it. The TV's real loud. He says to the gun down, he says, "You're going to get higher." And there's another dude in there, and they're all looking at me crazy. And he gives me more dope, so I start doing it. Well, I start panicking. I go in the back room, start locking myself in the room, and they're in there talking about, "Yeah, we got him now. You got us on the phone with somebody. Da-da-da, we got him. Yeah, like you said, yeah, we did what you asked. Da-da-da, we got him." And I'm hearing this, and I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I remember he got me at gunpoint, made me get in the car. I was sober when this happened. Through the night, it starts getting really weird in there. I'm hearing all this commotion, people coming to the door, and I can barely move. So I think they put fentanyl or something in there because I'm stuck, and I'm terrified. And things went down. I'm not too proud of it. I won't talk about that in detail right now. And they are in the front room, and I grabbed my phone. I dialed 911, and then I hung it up on accident. I don't know how I did. My phone cut off or something. I hear the police. They pull up, bang, bang, bang on the door. "Yeah, we got a 911 call." And oh, I heard somebody come through the back window as well during this time, and they jumped back out the window. They tell the cops, "Oh, it's nothing." He said, "I need to check the house." "I know you don't." "Okay, well, I'm not." "Oh, that's him back there?" "Oh, you're good." And then he leaves. He never even comes look in the house. And my phone had a locator on it. It was from my phone. And he never come back there or nothing. And he was like, "Yeah, you're good. That's him. You're good." Cop leaves. Never comes back there and check on me. I'm stuck in this room. I finally pull it back together the next day. I come out the room. He's sitting there with a gun on the table. He's got these other white dudes in there. He's like, "We're going to gang rape him." I heard him say that. I was like, fuck. I went back in the room, grabbed my Bible, grabbed all my stuff, had the window open, went around, went through it. I said, "I'm leaving." He said, "No." He said, "I'm leaving." I pushed the door open. He followed me outside. Right now, there's people outside, so there's other people that see us. I said, "I'm leaving, bro." I grab my Bible and all this stuff, and I take off walking. I don't know where I'm at. The phone's not working, so I have to guess on each turn. I'm walking. I start praying. God gets me all the way back to the highway. Now, during this time, cars are trying to run me over, yelling stuff at me out the window. You're going to die, you fucking pedophile. We're going to kill you, da-da-da-da. And in this town, there was a sign. It was a Confederate trail sign where the Confederates had traveled from one part of the city to the next to blow up a bridge during the Confederate War. That's how I found my way back, and prayers and mockingjays. It's really weird how that went down. Well, I get back, and I get to the store. I have a food stamp card. I go in, and all these cars kept pulling up, and they'd run out laughing, looking at me, you fucking pedophile, da, da, da. I'd get in the store to go get food, and, oh, our machine's down, ha, 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 you can't get nothing, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, this is weird. So I go back outside, I take off walking. I finally come up to a Dollar General, run in there. These people go in there and start talking to the clerk when I'm walking up. They just ran in there. I'll pass by them, and I go to the self-serve checkout, and they're like, fuck. I grab the food, go there, clock it in, smile in front of the camera. It's like, son of a bitch is what they were saying. So they told the clerk probably not to sell something to me or cut off my food stamp card. Well, I got my food. Walked outside, ate it, walked to the store to go get a beer. And I didn't realize this was a dry county. You can't buy beer here. You have to walk a little bit further. I asked them, they said, well, go to the left and you can find beer. But I realized if I went to the left, I was going back the way I just came from. So I was like, no, I went right. And people in the parking lot, no, you're going the wrong way, dude. You need to go this way. Hey, you need. I said, nope. And I kept walking. I find the highway. I fall asleep at a church right there near the highway. And then I wake up the next morning, hit the highway, or start heading toward the highway. And this car comes by, and it looked like Tim, my sister's husband, in the car, staring me down as they go by. I was like, that's weird. And I'm sobered up by now, the best I could be. And I'm walking, get on the highway, keep walking. End up catching some rides. I end up in Birmingham. When I get into Birmingham, I'm passing through it. I pass by, actually I get there, I catch a ride, that's right, I get it right there. I go to the recovery center. I stay there for about a week. It's called the Eagle's Nest. It's not in Coleman. There's one in Coleman and there's one here. It's called it's in Birmingham. It's a big one. I'll remember it later. I can't remember the name of it. The Foundry. I stay there for about a week. Then I pack my stuff up because I'm thinking about my kids, everything with my dad. I tell everybody there what was going on. I leave. I start walking, hit the highway. I get to Homewood. I stay there the night, and then through the middle of the night, I take off because people are messing with me out here, threatening me, doing all kinds of weird stuff, call me a pedophile, rapist, which doesn't make sense because I've never been in trouble with this stuff, never been accused of this stuff. It's just gang stalking at its finest, I'm thinking. Well, I hit the highway, take off. Police going down there, trying to run at me. People are trying to run me over. I get off the highway completely, off in the grass, walking. I get off into the next town. I don't know the name of it. It's a little bit past getting out of Homewood. Lakeshore is where I was in Birmingham. And I get past it in this out in the mountains type deal, and I'm headed toward the south part, headed toward Enterprise on the highway. 65 is what I was on. Well, I get real tired, so I jump over the fence at a church. The church is called Church of Christ. I lay down there, do my Bible study, eat with the little bit of food I had, fall asleep. I get woke up by 2 cops. What are you doing right here? I told them what was going on. And then I look inside the church, the deacon's in there, or the pastor or somebody. He doesn't come out and say nothing to me, even with the cops there. Nothing. He leans out and says, get that guy off my property. I don't want him here. So the church don't pray for me, don't ask me for no help, nothing. Tell the cops that. The cops said, well, you need to hit the highway and keep going. Tells me to get back on the highway now and keep going. That's illegal, right? Well, I'm like, no, I need a ride, bro. I'm exhausted, I'm hungry. And one cop's like, we're going to take him into Birmingham. The other cop's like, no, and they back up and start talking. They argue with each other. Well, the other cop comes back up, says, get in the car. We'll take you back into Birmingham. They take me downtown to this Catholic church. I get up the next morning, and then I start walking and end up back here. I'm like, crap. So, no, I get here. Yeah, I get on the bus and go back toward where the Foundry is. When I get back out to the Foundry, I go to that Seventh-day Adventist church right there. Right beside the Foundry's chapel. And I tell them what was going on, go to church. They bring me to a hotel here in Homewood. Put me in a hotel down here. That first day, I leave and go to get a job at Hooters. And I'm passing by Hooters. I'm like, should I get a job here, God? That's weird, because why would you tell me to get a job there at Hooters? He's like, go in. So I walk in with my Bible, my GoPro's on. I have this video too. Walk in there, ask for a job. Frank comes out, says, I'm going to give you a job. We sit down, do the interview. This is part 1. I have part 2 coming.